Chase. Your wide receiver room has like one career playoff game and maybe a handful of catches amongst you guys. Who do you go to for advice of how to transition from, say, the regular season to the playoffs?
Yeah, I think we just look at the vets around us in the locker room who've been there before. If we have any questions, we just go to them, and they usually just offer guidance and advice without us asking.
Dale Lawley?
Chase, what did obviously you were heavily targeted yesterday, and several of those were down the field shots. It's kind of been something that, I mean, the 11 targets, you hadn't seen something like that in a while. What did that game do for you from a personal level?
Yeah, it's nice to get those targets right before the playoffs. Just especially playing those guys again this upcoming week. What works, what plays work, what we can look at next week, and it's just nice, kind of getting warmed up for the playoffs.
Jeff Hathorn?
Chase, you guys feel as an offense that you're kind of getting back to where you were earlier in the season? Do you feel like some rhythm is growing with the group?
Yeah, definitely. I think as the weeks go on, we're able to fix things that haven't worked, and we'll go through a slide, but that'll give us something to correct in practice. So that's what we've been able to do, and I think we're just getting our rhythm back.
Brian Batko?
Yeah, Chase, as a rookie who's about to play in your first NFL playoff game, what is the feeling like for you? Is it all excitement? Is it a lot of nerves? Is there pressure that you're feeling this early in the week?
I don't really think so. It's definitely a weird season. It's just I don't want to say just another football game, because obviously it's a lot bigger things on the line. But you don't want to get it let the game get to your head in terms of your preparation. Just keep doing what you've been doing every week.
Anthony Jaskolski?
Hey, Chase. At the end of the regular season, you finished fourth among targets and receiving yards among rookie receivers, and you led all of them with receiving touchdowns. Did you think that you would have such a significant role with this team when training camp started?
Yeah, I think I would have a pretty big impact. I didn't know when it was going to begin, but I thought I could, make my presence known and, contribute right away. But I'm just excited that it all panned out.
Hey, Diontae, as a younger guy with no playoff experience, how much of an impact is the words of Ben and Pouncey and some of the other veterans for you and the younger guys this week?
It's going to impact us a lot, man, because, like I said, I ain't never played in the playoffs before, and then those guys have been in the league for a long time now, and they had the experience, so I'm trying to see how they go about this week and how they prepare this week for the playoffs, and try to put that in my game so I can be ready just like them.
Brooke Pryor?
Yeah, Diontae, I know you mentioned that you didn't have Ben on Sunday, but it looked like you were still able to continue the momentum that you've had in the last couple of weeks, making some combat catches, making some impressive catches. Do you feel like you were able to continue the momentum, and how much does it help you and your confidence just to continue to catch the ball consistently?
Yeah, I feel like those 3 catches I had the whole game helped us out tremendously. Like that one 40-some yard catch I had down the field, was able to get a field goal out of that at some points. And then I had like a first down, 10 yards to help us get in good field position. I think we wound up scoring that drive. And that last ball I had, the last deep ball I had, that gave us momentum too to give us a chance to tie the game back up. But we didn't execute on the last play. But those 3 plays I felt like helped us out, keep us in the game the whole time. And that just gave me confidence and shows that just had me playing good out there, and just I feel like myself again. And I just want to continue to show the world that that's what I'm capable of each Sunday. And this offseason, however far we go, and when it gets to the offseason, I'm going to work my tail off to come back stronger next year.
Hey, Diontae, you said that you feel like yourself again.
Yeah.
Where did you feel like it came back, and how were you able to turn it back around?
What I would say after that Buffalo's Bills game, I just really had sat down with myself and just really talked to myself, try to figure out what's going on with me. It really was just a mental thing, and just really just paying attention to outside noise. And once I got rid of that and I started dialing in on myself and just focusing on me, it started to show in the game. And you didn't see me overthink a lot and try to double catch the ball and stuff like that. I'm like locked in and ready to go. And like I just said, I just try to keep a positive mindset now. So if I drop the ball, I'm like next play mentality. So I'm not worried about that drop. It's in the past. I can't do nothing about it. So just that type of thing I've just been focusing on, and it's been helping me. So
Brian Batko.
Diontae, obviously you guys have been trying to follow the protocols for COVID all year the best you can, but now that you're in.
Hey, Tyson, what's the biggest challenge with this Browns rushing attack?
I think when we're given a play, I think we got to go out and execute. Looking back, we had a lot of missed tackles to eliminate those big plays that they had. And I think, one of the biggest things is just being gap sound, being where you need to be, when it's your turn to make the play. You just got to make the play and make those tackles.
No distracting.
Hey, Tyson, even in the strange atmosphere, I guess, that 2020 creates in a stadium, do you still expect all the emotion and the pressure and everything that comes with a playoff game to be there?
Yeah, for sure. This will be our first playoff game in this circumstance, but it's still just football. There's still a lot at stake. Is win the game or go home. So it's definitely going to be all that emotion tied into a playoff game, and you just got to come out ready and prepared.
Joe Rudder.
Yeah, Tyson. They had a lot of their offensive guys there, and obviously you guys were missing a lot on defense. Is there much you can take away from the way they approached you or the way you approached them?
Yeah, there's always a lot to take from a game, especially in when you lose. You got to the only way you can do is learn from those lessons. So I think the guys that we had out there, did a great job. We watched the film, learn from it, and we're excited for another opportunity to get after them.
Has there been a further discussion or reinforcement of kind of what you guys have to do to follow all the proper protocols for that, not just when you're at the facility, but also away from the facility as you get into playoff time?
Yeah, I think that goes back to having everybody buy into the sacrifices that you have to make outside of the facility. Whether it's who you come in contact with, especially for guys that with families, you have to take those extra precautions. You're not putting yourself in harm's way to get it and then bring it to the facility. So it's a lot of it is just sacrificing a lot of things that you would do in a normal year outside of here with whether it's family or friends, just not putting yourself in situation to affect this team.
Albie Oxenreiter.
Hi, Tyson. Good morning. What advantages do you see in having a familiarity with the Cleveland Browns? And you know a lot of teams in the AFC, but to be able to play a team from your division to start the playoffs, talk about that a little bit, please.
Well, I think the advantage goes both ways. We play them every year twice, so it's knowing who you're going against. Knowing how they try to scheme you with personnel. So I think, the advantage is, for us and for them just because we play. So it's, I think it just comes down to, going out there and executing our game plan. But just, that advantage sometimes could be a disadvantage depending on, how things play out on game day.
Obviously, it's been a long time for the Browns, but it's been a couple of years for you guys. What's the excitement like for this week and getting back in the postseason?
Definitely excited to get back in the postseason, and it's that whole mentality that I think is felt throughout the locker room. Just to have this opportunity, is definitely a blessed feeling, and one that we're working and doing everything we can to get the job done so that, we can keep climbing to the next level and get to the Super Bowl.